Hey guys, now in this episode I want to talk to you about how you can actually cope with and deal with very stressful situations and situations which don't go your way. Because at the end of the day, life is life and it can throw many different types of events from any sort of situation. In our health, in our relationships, our career, our finances, or very specific situations. But at the end of the day, we have to really get our mindset in the right place to not only overcome those situations as and when they happen, but to also get growth because of it. I mean, the way I like to see all these situations happening where maybe something hasn't gone our way, or maybe we've failed at something, or maybe we haven't got the answer that we wanted to. Maybe it was a job interview, we didn't get the yes, we've got the job, or maybe it's in a relationship and for some reason there's stress there. So what I like you to do is think about when something stressful happens to you, you automatically start to feel quite overwhelmed, disheartened, depressed, or not feeling you're good enough. You know the kind of symptoms that we begin to experience when we're not feeling great because of an external situation happening in our life. And as I said, it can happen in many forms, in many different ways, but I think the key is how we respond to it in a healthy way. So when we're under stress, we have to figure out some ideas that we can apply straight away in that moment. I mean, you may be going through something right now. The chances are many people are. So what we have to do is ask ourselves a question. What can I learn from this situation? I mean, if it didn't go my way, what can I learn from it? If I didn't get the job, what can I learn from that situation? Or it could be literally anything. If you ask that question, what can I learn, or what do I need to learn, which once learned will allow me to be better now and in the future, you'll start to change your way of thinking. Because if stress is happening, we start to, like I said, get overwhelmed, or we start to obsess over a thing about ourselves or about the situation in a negative way. And that spirals us into, why am I like why I am? Why didn't it work? And when we go down the why, we get reasons. So why didn't I get the job? Or maybe because I didn't perform very well. Or maybe I look stupid. Or maybe I didn't do this. And we start to come up with all these reasons on possibilities of why we didn't get the job, which brings our energy lower. So we have to change our questionings from the why we didn't do or perform very well into how and what can I learn from this. So we go, what can I learn from this? And then the second part is, how can I be different in the future? And that way, not only the learnings begin to let go of those negative associations to that thing which didn't go your way, or the thing that you're under stress, because at the end, we've got to think about it that learnings keep us safe. So if we're having learnings, we don't need to hold on to that negative emotion or that negative association to whatever it may be. So when we're asking, what can I learn from this? We're actually not only speaking to our conscious mind, but also the unconscious mind. We're really getting a point of reflection to observe those learnings from that situation that will allow you to be better in the future. That means in future situations, you will also feel far more resourceful. And then, as I said, we ask ourselves, how can I be different? Remember, we're changing the why am I am like I am, or why didn't it work, to how can I be different, which changes our mindset from a past situation going into future forward thinking. So we're asking why. We're not asking why at all, are we? We're asking, what can I learn and how can I be different? The how generates a whole lot of different types of answers for us. Like I said, if we're asking why, we get all the reasons. If we ask how, we're getting solutions. We're getting alternative ways that we can actually better ourselves in the future. Now, if you're struggling to figure out what the learnings are, you could just really ask yourself, okay, what lesson can I learn from this? I mean, what is the metaphor that if I learn from this situation will allow me to be better in the future? So what is the real lesson in this thing which is happening in my life? And then, having got the learnings and begun to really focus our attention on how we can be different in the future, we will start to retrain how our mind works. We will start to get new types of feelings inside of ourselves, because the learnings protect us and the how questions actually cause us to look for alternative solutions or alternative possibilities that will lead you to your outcome. I mean, if we think about failure and so on, there is no such thing as failure. It's just learnings. I've technically failed many, many times, but I can promise you, each one of those failings was a great lesson that I learned from. It was a great thing that allowed me to be better in the future. It may not seem like it right now, but please go ahead and apply the learnings. What can I learn from this? Or what lesson? What is life trying to cause me to learn from? And also, how can I be different? This creates growth. This promotes being safer and calmer more than ever before, rather than getting obsessed with all the reasons or obsessed with all the failures or whatever stress is giving you in your life. That anchors you into being a secure unit in mind and body. And I think that's a great, simple, but very profound tip that we can start applying in our life in those times of stress. Once again, it's what can I learn, or what lessons are here to be learned, and also how can I be different? So how can I get alternative results? So I hope you enjoyed that, and I look forward to speaking to you very soon. Many thanks and goodbye.